Are you feeling as though you're trying so hard? You're trying to please everyone and you're just not getting to the point where people see who you are. And you're going through so much pain. You feel as though you're just giving. You feel as though you're being misunderstood. You don't know how to express yourself. You're in that situation where people reflect on you and you sit back and you think, that's not me. That's not what I intended whatsoever. If you're feeling disconnected, if you're feeling misunderstood, this video is for you. And I'm Shireen. I've been in human resources for over 30, 40 years. And I head up a global cybersecurity company for HR. And I've been spending my whole life helping individuals unleash their potential. And in particular, I'm looking at women and wanting to help you reach your full potential. Today, I'm speaking about 3 important points to help you understand yourself and give you a nice framework to work on, and also in turn, how to help understand others and have a look at whether or not they're capable of change. We've heard the old story, leopard never changes its spots, but that's not true. There is a model that will help you identify and help you through a journey of change and help you to change within yourself. And also, you can identify those that you're interacting with, whether or not they're capable, whether the prognosis of change is positive or if they can change. And it'll help you in all your relationships, whether it be working environment, whether it be personal relationship. It'll give you a nice framework to work from. I've developed this model for change. In all my years of experience, I've simplified it into something that is tangible, that is pretty easy and straightforward for you to work on. And the model I call the AAA model. And it starts with point number 1, awareness. I'll be describing the details later. Point 2 is acceptance. Pretty difficult to do, but we'll discuss it in a lot more detail. And then the hardest part of all is the third part is action. Stay till the end of the video and you can see some good tips on how you can actually make change stick for you. I'd appreciate if you let me know now if change is valuable to you or in your relationship or your partnerships at work. Please give me some feedback so I can create content that really resonates for you. So let's start with point number 1, awareness. And there's a beautiful quote from Aristotle that says, knowing thyself is the beginning of all wisdom. And for me, that's just so important to know yourself. The reality is we have a perception in our mind or an image in our mind of who we are and the person we are. The reality is sometimes that doesn't land properly with the person or the people we interact with. And we are what I call blissfully unaware of the impacts of people around us. And that's how the perception of who we really are, the authentic person of who we are, doesn't land properly with the individuals that we interact with. Now, this means you've got to be extra aware yourself when you interact with each others. And you've got to accept feedback. Now, feedback is one of the biggest gifts we can get from anyone. Now, I know I don't like getting any sort of feedback, especially when it's negative. I start feeling as though people are being critical of me. And it took a major shift, a change within myself to say, hold on, this is such an amazing gift that someone's giving me, that I can have a look at what they're saying, and I have the ability, it's within my control to change who I am. So how do you actually become aware? The most important thing is get out of your head, because we're over analytical, and be in the present moment and enjoy the interaction you're having with those people around you. So if you're living in the present moment and you're actually aware of what people are saying, you'll be able to pick up a pattern and understand what people are saying about you. And they will be a reflection of the impact that you're having on them. And you can assess yourself and see, hold on, what is actually happening here? And I often say that when somebody gives you feedback, it's up to you to accept or reject it. If one person tells you something, you can say, nah, take it from where it comes. But if a second person tells you, you can think, maybe there's something in this. But when 4 or 5 people start telling you the same thing, you need to accept. And that brings me to the second point. You need to accept that this is something that you own. Now let's get into point number 2 of acceptance. Acceptance is exceptionally difficult. Who you are has been ingrained with you for the last however many years you have. And to stand back and somebody has a reflection of you that's contrary to the way you see yourself and the perception of yourself, it's very difficult. And what you have to do is you have to actually die off the view and the image you have of yourself. So that's a part of you have to change, is how do you accept that feedback and how do you internalize it so that you can make the change within yourself? And it's an internal process where you have to actually let go of your ego and realize you're not the only version of the truth. What everybody else sees is their truth. If you want to have the desired impact, it's up to you to accept You're in control of your behavior, and you're the only one who can change your behavior to have the desired impact so people can see the true, authentic person and the true version of you. So, what is the acceptance? Well, first of all, you start realizing the way people around you are acting, the way they're behaving. Those are cues for you realizing and accepting the part that you play in it. And then you start experiencing cognitive dissonance. You know who you are, and the feedback or the echo, it's almost like an echo that's coming back to you, is not reflecting who you are. And the hard part is realizing it's you, it's not them. You're the only person who has the power to change it. So be kind on yourself. Take it on board and say, thank you so much that you've had this wonderful gift from those people surrounding you so that you can have the ability to internalize it, to truly accept that this is how people perceive you. And you are the one in control to change that. So let's get to the hard part of taking action. So you've taken on board that this is the way people see you. You know it's not really the way you are. And now you need to start doing something about it. So there are 3 steps that will help you to take action. The first one is you need to set a clear intention. Once you understand clearly what your intention is, who you want, you need to have a vision in your mind of the true authentic self and the way that person behaves. And you know what that looks like. It's in your imagination, it's in your creativity. How do you want the interaction to go? Point 2 is reflection. What I suggest you do is at night time reflect on the day and journal it down. Take a few minutes every time at the end of your day. Make it almost a habit, a ritual that you go before you go to sleep, climb into bed, you take your journal out and you start writing, you're reflecting on that one vision that you have of yourself, reflecting on the interactions you've had in the day. How did you do? And when you've done really well, you need to recognize yourself and pat yourself on the back and celebrate that win within, that you are making the changes. That's how the change sticks. Point 3, consistency. Small habits done continuously, imperfectly, will lead to the final change in behavior. If you stay disciplined, you stay true to this cause, you can change that part of you. So practice it, let it become part of your daily habits, who you are, and don't ever let up. All right, so let's look at it. What you've done is you've become aware of the impact you have of those around you and your behavior. Second one, you've accepted that you're the person who's in control and the only one who can make the change. And the third point is you've done the hard work, you've done the action, you've done so consistently. Now this has helped with you transform and change who you are. This model will also help you now when you interact with others. You can have a look and help become a catalyst in terms of those relationships and those people around you. Help them become aware. But what is a big sign is if they don't accept what you say, there's nothing you can do. It's up to the individuals. They must want to change themselves. If you enjoyed this video, leave your comments and give me a like. I'd love to hear from you and also let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.